Okay, so what you're going to do first is add 2 cups of spelt flour into your measuring cup. Okay, so what you're going to add next is half a teaspoon of salt into your spelt flour. Then you're going to mix it up with your whisk. Okay, so now you're going to add your cup of finger warm water. And then you are going to add your 3 packets of yeast, and then you are going to add half of a packet of yeast. Now you're just going to mix up the yeast in the water, and it should be all dissolved, and then it will be this color. So see how it's all dissolved? It should look like that. Okay, so now you're going to continuously add your flour and salt mixture into the bowl with the water and the yeast, and you're just going to keep doing that until you run out of flour. As you can see, the flour made the water and the yeast a bit thicker, and after you add in all of the flour and the salt, you should have a dough consistency. But if your dough is too sticky, like if it's sticking to the bowl, then you keep adding flour until it's not sticky anymore. Okay, so once your flour is all put in, you can add a little bit more, and if you notice that it's not sticking to the bowl anymore, you can start picking it up and kneading it with your hands. So now once your dough is all mixed, you are going to put your cloth over it and wait 40 minutes. So here's what it looks like right before it goes and rises. See how it doesn't stick to my hands? That's what you want. And wash your hands after that. Okay, so now here is the big reveal. Now it will take up your whole entire bowl, so make sure that you have a bowl big enough. Mine almost went all the way to the top. So now what you're going to do is spread a bit of flour around your workspace, and you're going to spread that around in a big blob, and then you are going to take your bread dough and you're going to cut around the edges of the bowl with a knife. And now you are going to take it out with your hands, or you could dump it out upside down. And just so you know, it will be sticky, so you might want to flour your hands, unlike I did. And you're just going to knead that until it's not sticky anymore. Okay, so now what you're going to do is make it into like a bread shaped thing, and then you're just going to cut it into 8 finger long pieces. So now what you're going to do after you cut it into 8 pieces, you're going to cut them completely apart and lay them flat. Okay, so now what you're going to do is take your knife and flatten the strips and make them a finger thick. Okay, so now what you're going to do is take a cookie sheet with parchment paper over it, and after you flattened it and put the bread on the sheet, you are going to cut it in half. And you're going to keep doing that until you fill the thing completely. oven to 425 degrees. You're going to set your oven for 8 minutes and let them cook. Okay, so let's see what this tastes like. So take your hummus that I showed you before, and hopefully it will taste very good. I give it an 8 out of 10 stars. Happy cooking!